Good morning. I'm Tarneshia Evans, Children's Program Developer here at Lewis Gibson Botanical Garden. And because we are practicing social distancing here in the garden, I am going to remove my mask because my friend Claudine, who is filming this, is more than 6 feet away from me. So I'm going to head and remove my mask so you guys can hear me. Okay, hear me nice and clear. So good morning and welcome back. Today we will be reading Joe McDonald Hiked in the Woods by Mary Quattlebaum, illustrated by Laura J. Bryant. So before I start talking about this story and the little girl and the man on the front of this book, I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you guys know the song Old MacDonald Had a Farm? You know it? Yeah? Okay. So if you know it, I want you to sing it with me. Just the first line. Ready? Old MacDonald had a farm. Right. So it's the same thing with the story. Joe McDonald hiked in the woods. Right? Good. E-I-E-I-O. So I want you guys to sing along with me throughout this story, okay? And this is Joe. This is her grandfather. And this is the squirrel that's going to be following them the whole story. So on each page, we're going to be looking for this really busy squirrel. On each page, okay? So are you guys ready to hear Joe McDonald hike through the woods? Kind of like it? Look. We're like on the woods, right? We're kind of in the woods. This is our tree trail. So I am reading today from our tree trail. Let's get started. Here's Joe and her grandfather. They just left their house and they're on their trail. Joe McDonald hiked in the woods. E-I-E-I-O. And in those woods she heard a woodpecker, E-I-E-I-O. With a rat-tat here and a rat-tat there, here a rat, there a tat, everywhere rat-tat-tat. Joe McDonald hiked in the woods. Sean, you guys, I know you guys are singing at home. I can kind of hear you. So here's the woodpecker pecking a hole in this sycamore tree. And where's the squirrel? You guys, anybody know the squirrel? There's the squirrel right there hanging out on this sycamore tree. You guys ready for the next page? Joe McDonald hiked through the woods. E-I-E-I-O. And in those woods she heard a squirrel. Before I finish this page, have you guys ever heard a squirrel make noise? It's a really, really funny noise. And I'm gonna do my best to imitate that sound. It's a really funny noise. If you guys have time, ask your grown-ups or whatever parent, or if your parents, whoever is watching, whatever adult's watching story time with you, to Google how a squirrel sounds. It's really cool. So. And in those woods she heard a squirrel, E-I-E-I-O, with the here, there, here air, there air, everywhere air. Joe McDonald hiked in the woods. E-I-E-I-O. My squirrel sound was not that great because I don't know how to sound like a squirrel. But that's okay. Ready for the next page? Joe McDonald hiked in the woods. E-I-E-I-O. And in those woods she heard a turkey. E-I-E-I-O. With a gobble gobble here and a gobble gobble there. Here a gobble, there a gobble, everywhere a gobble gobble. Joe McDonald hiked in the woods. Thank you guys for singing along with me. So here are the two turkeys, and these are wild turkeys, guys. These are wild turkeys, and there's two of them. And where is the squirrel. Do you guys see the squirrel? Ah, there he is. He's right behind Joe's grandfather. You guys ready for the next page? Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. Thank you. And in those woods she heard a chipmunk. E-I-E-I-O. With a chomp chomp here and a chomp chomp there. Here chomp, there chomp, everywhere chomp chomp. Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. E-I-E-I-O. You guys see the chipmunk? Do you see it? There's the chipmunk right there. Eating the acorn that fell from this oak tree. You guys see the squirrel? Yep, the squirrel's doing the exact same thing, eating an acorn from that oak tree. And Joe and her grandfather are having a snack too. Ready for the next speech? Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. And in those woods she heard a snake. E-I-E-I-O. With a slither here and a slither there. Here slither, there slither, everywhere slither slither. Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. You guys are really singing at home. I could tell you guys were singing at home. So you guys see the snake? It's kind of hanging out on this rock. This is a normal thing to see. Snakes love basking in the sun and sunbathing. So that's a normal thing for a snake to do. Do you guys see the squirrel? Haha. The squirrel's running away. Why do you think the squirrel's running away? Think he's afraid of the snake? Maybe. Ready for the next page? Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. And in those woods she heard a turtle. E-I-E-I-O. With a shuffle shuffle here and a shuffle shuffle there. Here shuffle, there shuffle, everywhere a shuffle shuffle. Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. You guys are rocking it, singing at home. Do you see the turtle? You guys see the box turtle? Yeah, right there on the ground. And not too far from it is the squirrel, scattering down the tree. And scattering down a pine tree. There are lots of pine trees on this trail that we're on. Right here in our tree trail, on our woodland walk, there is lots of pine trees. Ready for the next page? Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. And in those woods she heard a skunk. Whoa. E-I-E-I-O. With a pad pad here and a pad pad there. Here pad, there pad, everywhere pad pad. Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. So, where do you think the skunk is going? There's a log, a hollow log. He's gonna hide out? Maybe. Where's the squirrel? Right there in the tree, looking at Joe and her grandfather. Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. And in those woods she heard a moth. E-I-E-I-O. With a flutter flutter here and a flutter flutter there. Here flutter, there flutter, everywhere flutter flutter. Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. And look over here, guys. It's kind of getting dark a little bit. It's kind of dusk is coming. It's almost nighttime for Joe and her grandfather. Do you see the moth? It's right here. And where's the squirrel? Oh, there he is. You guys ready? Remember I told you it's getting dark. It's nighttime now. Woo, woo. My owl sounds way better than my squirrel, doesn't it? It does. Look at this owl. It's hanging out in a tree and is looking at Joe and her grandfather and the squirrel. The squirrel kind of looks a little scared, doesn't he? Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods, and in those woods she heard an owl. E-I-E-I-O, with the whoo here and a whoo there. Here, whoo, there, whoo, everywhere, whoo. Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. And look, this owl, this great horned owl, is flying with silent wings. You know why his wings are silent? Because that's how they catch their food. They catch their food because, guess what? Their food can't hear them coming up on them. So that squirrel is hiding out because he does not want to be owl's dinner. So owl's flying off into the night air with silent wings. Joe MacDonald hiked in the woods. E-I-E-I. What happened? Joe went to sleep. Her grandfather had to carry her back home. Where's the squirrel? You guys see the squirrel? Safely tucked in its nest because the owl has flown somewhere else to look for food. So the squirrel is very safe. So Joe saw 9 creatures in this story on her walk in the woods with her grandfather. Let's count them all. You ready? Woodpeckers 1, chipmunk is 2, turtle, this box turtle is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there's the 2 turkeys, wild turkeys. There's the great horned owl. There's the moth, the squirrel, and the skunk. So which 3 creatures are nocturnal, meaning that they stay awake at night? So that's what nocturnal means, that those are animals that sleep at night. So let's figure out which animals are still awake on this page. The moth, the owl, and the skunk. They are nocturnal. So while all the other animals in the woods are sleeping, they are wide awake. The owl's out hunting for food, so is the skunk. And the moth is fluttering around through the woods. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. So I want you guys to stay tuned, come back, don't go far, because we're going to do some activities that go along with Joe MacDonald Hiked in the Woods. Hi guys, welcome back. So we are going to do some activities. We're going to be talking about animal habitats. Okay, so right now we are on our tree trail, which we like to call it our forest or our woods. And it's kind of similar to where Joe and her grandfather took their walk. So we're going to be talking about animal habitats. But before I dive into that, I'm going to show you some pictures of the animals from the story, okay? So first we have, because you guys know, all my storytime friends know, I like to show you guys the real pictures, right? So these are pictures of wild turkeys. Even though in the story, there were how many in the story? There were 2 in the story. In my picture, there's 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do the sign language for turkey, okay? I'm going to teach you how to do the sign language for turkey. Okay? This is a wild turkey. This is not the turkey that you guys are probably going to eat for Thanksgiving dinner. This is a different type of turkey. So I'm going to show you how to do the sign language for turkey, okay? So you're gonna have your fingers. You're gonna do your fingers kind of like. Let me look at my sheet. Yeah, like this. I got it. So we're gonna think of the turkey's waddle. See the turkey how it has a waddle? This is their waddle. So you're gonna go up and down. That is turkey in sign language. That is turkey. Already got it? That is turkey. So you're gonna put your fingers like this, and you're gonna think of this as the waddle. Up and down. So that is turkey. That is sign language for turkey. You guys ready for the next one? What is it? Oh, this one's kind of tricky to do. This one's tricky to do, but I'm gonna do it. You ready? You guys remember what this is? Skunk. And if you get close to a skunk, what do you think it's gonna do? It'll spray you, and it stinks if it sprays you. But this is a striped skunk, and to do skunk in sign language, you are going to, told you, I'm gonna make sure I get it right for you guys. You're gonna make the letter K in sign language. Right? This is K. Kind of fold your fingers over like this. Put your thumb out. That's down, your finger. Yep, that is the letter K in sign language. So you're gonna take your, start here, because you're doing this to represent the stripe. So you got skunk, skunk. A turtle. Let's see, I have, turtle's gonna be next. Okay, turtle's gonna be next. This is a picture of a box turtle. Remember there was a box turtle in the story? This is actually an eastern box turtle. And I'm going to show you how to do the sign language for turtle. This is another tricky one. So with your hand, well, your dominant hand, and I'm going to say the hand that you write with, or the hand that you use the most, which for me is my right hand, I'm going to make a fist, and I'm going to put my thumb here. I'm going to take my other hand over top, and I'm going to pull it in so it looks like a turtle. So this is turtle, sign language, turtle. Okay. I have one more picture to show you. Who remember? Who thinks they can guess which one it is? An owl. These are two great horned owls. So in the story, that was an illustration of an owl. So this is what a great horned owls really look like. In my picture, how many are there? 1, 2. Do you think there might be great horned owls hanging out in the trees up here? It could be. Are you guys ready to learn how to sign owl? Owl is pretty easy for me. So you're gonna make two hands. You're gonna make your hands into two circles, and you're gonna think about the owl's eyes, right? So I'm gonna in and out, in, out, owl. That is how you sign owl. So to all the adults who are watching story time with your little ones, babysignlanguage.com is where I got all my information for my sign language today. There are great videos that you can that actually teaches you how to do the signs, and real images. They're concrete images, so your child will know what a turkey looks like, or what an owl looks like, or what a turtle looks like, or a skunk. Let me see if I can do it by myself without looking. A skunk. So next, we are going to take a little walk. Okay? We are going to take a walk. I have my animal homes checklist with me. Well, it's kind of like a scavenger hunt, okay? And animal homes, another word for animal homes is habitat. I have my really cool binoculars so I can see up in the trees. I actually can see my friend Claudine really closely with my binoculars. What else I'm gonna, I have a pencil with me on my clipboard for my scavenger hunt. What else do I have? What else are we gonna do? And also we're gonna be looking for signs of animals on the ground. Okay, so those are the things that we're gonna do. So I didn't even have to move to find the spider web. Let's see, it's one right up above me, right up there. So I could check spider web off, right? Check that off. Next, we are gonna go for a walk, and we're gonna go down our tree trail, and we're gonna look for animal homes and signs of animals. So hi guys, we are on a different part of our tree trail, and you can see there's lots of trees, and I've already spotted tons of like animal homes. Like there's a really cool squirrel's nest hanging up there, and I can check that off, which is squirrel's nest. Another word for a squirrel's nest is called a squirrel dray, and I'm gonna check that off because I can actually get a good look at it with my binoculars. Yeah, that's pretty big. All right, so I'm gonna put this down because the next thing on my scavenger hunt is I'm gonna be looking at some insects under some wood, okay? So, you guys wanna see some cool bugs? Come closer. So, see this log, this tree stump? It looks like it could be dead, right? But it's not. It's actually full of life. I'm gonna turn this over. Look at all the cool bugs under there. You guys see that? There's lots of ants. I see ants, and I see a couple of worms. I see some termites. Does that sound like a good meal? No. So I'm going to put this back. Okay. And another sign of animal life, or the animals, this is an animal habitat, is in my hand I have a hickory nut. And what do you think it smells so good. What do you think has eaten this hickory nut? A squirrel. Squirrels don't only eat acorns. Squirrels they eat berries, they eat pine cones, they eat acorns, and they also eat these hickory nuts. So that's a sign, right? So we saw the squirrel's nest up there. We saw some bugs under this dead wood, and we know that we do know that some animals are living in this habitat because we found a sign of a half-eaten hickory nut, which smells so good. Okay. So you guys, so parents, adults, who's ever watching story time with their little ones, this animal homes scavenger hunt is a part of the resources. So you're more than welcome to print this, download it and print it, and take your little ones on a habitat hunt. And I hope you guys enjoyed story time, and see you next week.